And welcome, hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to another Iceberg interactive Twitch stream. Today we are continuing our Oriental Empires multiplayer game, and we're right here in the lobby. We're ready to start. If you have any questions or comments about the game, be sure to drop them in the chat, and I will see if I can answer them. So we're gonna kick off right now. There have been a couple of new things added here. Mostly there is a first version of a turn timer, so this is something we've wanted to implement for some time. We've done it now in the most basic form there is. Every turn 3-minute 30, and already we see the first glitch of that. Let's see what happens. We have some issues here. Let's continue. Return our harmony pack. Do we want that? Sure, why not? Waiting for other players. Okay, so it means we have a first turn automated. Yeah, let's see if you can load your game, Sunvone. And if you also will be forced to end your turn immediately. I know Han is already there. And we are still waiting for the other ones, so let's see if they can load. Yeah, so at the moment, Sunvone, the timer, the game forced me to go into the end turn immediately. So we'll see. Alright, so let's... Sunvone is loaded now as well. Cannon is loading, Dr. Beekman is loading. Not sure about Neutron or about the Oriental Empires build bot as he's playing us. So let's introduce the players here then. We got some time for that. So we have Vaka playing Han. We have Dr. Beekman playing Shang. He's doing very, very well. We have Oriental Empires BuildBot playing Shu, which has been played by the AI up until now, so we're not quite sure in what state that faction is residing at the moment. We have Sunvone playing Xiongyu, and Sunvone has by far the biggest empire here, the most cities, and is crushing south with his armies, trying to take on Dr. Beekman in what has been the biggest war up until now. And finally we have, playing Ba, we have Cannon, who played Ba before, but was away last stream, so the AI has taken over Ba for some time. Luckily though, no one has attacked Ba yet during that time. Alright, let's see if we might need to reload. Let's have a look. We just tried to implement this new feature. We noticed that while playing lately, the game really came to a crawl, so we wanted to add in the turn timer. We are doing this, of course, to test the multiplayer. It is mostly about testing here, trying to get the features there. Let's see, we see OE build, bot, and Cannon still loading. Interesting. So we're testing the multiplayer. We're about 100 turns in. So far, the three biggest empires are that of Dr. Beekman's Shang, Sunvone's Xiongyu, and my own Wu. Each of them, of course, at the expense of some others. Let's see, and Sunvone is in... Buildbot loaded, so it seems like everyone's here. And the most depth. Yes, Sunvone also has the most depth. He spent quite a bit on his armies to invade Dr. Beekman's territory. So I'm hoping to get the first turn ended relatively quickly. Let's have a look. Who we are missing still at the moment. In the meantime, guys, if you have any comments about the game itself or about the chat, then be sure to drop them in the chat. I'll see if I can take them on. I need some time to handle that mess. Right, okay. So we are here with a total of 6 players, which is pretty good. Most of our game has been played with about that number. At some point we were a bit bigger, but some factions also got destroyed already, mostly by AI. And we are waiting for other players. So both Baka and Dr. Beekman are doing so, and we're waiting for the Shu, the Xiongyu, and the Ba. I have a minute left. So apparently we were not allowed to make our turn, but the other guys are, so this is definitely a bug. That might have caused this. And Sanvona says he's pretty much out of the game. He must have... so Sanvona wasn't here last week. Tyburn took over for him and played a bit. But it was an all or nothing strategy with a lot of that. And he said he lost about 3/4 of his army. And there we go, the first end turn. So some battles going on between Han and Xiongyu. And Ba is having a bit of a fight. That is interesting. Let's accelerate this, so we won't have to wait for anyone. So while we're streaming, I'm going to quickly announce all the factions. So here am I, Wu. I'm fairly big. I got quite a number of cities, and I had some issues with the Chu, which I subdued, which are now my vassal. Chu being controlled by the AI. To my left, or to my to my west is the Dr. Beekman playing Shang, and he is pretty strong. But we have a bit of a natural divide between us based on lakes, forests and mountains, and there hasn't been a lot of stuff. To my direct north is the Ba faction, after we took out the Mongols that were in between us. And to my northeast is the Shang faction, and we should still have an alliance with them, I think. So our east is secure, at least for now. Our north is in doubt because Cannon wasn't there last week, so we don't know what type of stance he will have towards us, if he still likes us, if we are part of his expansion plans or not. And the other thing is Dr. Beekman, so we might need to start invading him. at some point. He's quite strong. He's gathered a lot of support. Let's have a look at who we are waiting for right now. So I'm just going to close that message so we're free to roam the map. So we are Wu. Here's Chu, our subdued AI. We got Ba over here and Han over here. And Han and Ba are not at war, I think. But I cannot imagine them being best friends. So that's quite interesting. Let's have a look. What else? So here we have, very interestingly, positioned in between the realm of Dr. Beekman and the realm of Sanbone is Qin. And Qin, or Chin I should say, has been relatively quiet throughout the game, being mostly peaceful, conquering a bit of territory all the way over here. But they're like this very strategic, in a very strategic position, being able to choose who they will side with in this war, or running the risk of not siding with anyone and being conquered. So let's see what Neutron is going to recommend about this. And this is only the parts we know of the world. So obviously over here there's a lot of stuff happening. Shu might still has to be somewhere, but we've never encountered them before. We are not allowed to press any buttons at this point, unfortunately, while we're waiting for our turn. Alright. We're gonna try and restart, see if we can recreate this issue. So I close the game here now. I'm gonna put you back to the introduction screen. There you go, something nice to look at. I'm gonna relaunch the game. We're going to be playing it cool. So let's go into the game lobby right here. Bach has already joined. There they come, Oriental Empires bot and Cannon. We're waiting for Dr. Beekman and Sanbone. There we are. Let's see if everyone is ready. And let's try again. See if it works better this time. Round 2. All right. There we go, game starting. See what happens this time. The game loads, we got the timer running. So we need to be quick. For Thermal Harmony Pact for Kin. That's nice. But other people haven't started yet, so this is definitely a bug in the system. The timer shouldn't be running at this point. And I'm just now queuing farms to increase the size of my cities and thus the amount of taxes I will receive. Oh, we got the town of Nanwu.
You have 1 minute remaining.
And we have 1 minute remaining. And this sound is still work in progress, guys. It's not going to be the final sound. Don't worry about that. Yes, that could be a problem. Let's have a look. So we need to organize our armies. We got some troops here that need to head back to replenish to the different cities, and that will take some time. One turn remaining, time's up, we have to end the turn. Yep, this is somewhat problematic here on the test. Let's have a look. Let's see if the others come up. Waka is here and finished. And it seems like people are in now. So we're waiting for plenty of players. Sanvona says connection lost. This is problematic. Alright, so the new multiplayer version, for all its improvements, seems to be causing some issues to existing games, which might lead us to have to start a new game, which would be unfortunate, since we were pretty far in, and it was quite getting rather exciting. But I know Dr. Beekman is there, Waka is there. But Oriental Empire build bot is not there. So let's see what we can best do now. Yep, it definitely seems out of sync. At least we have some nice and peaceful music to listen to, and of course the smooth sound of my voice. I manually ended the turn and went through the fights, but now stuck on waiting. So 2 people are in the next turn already. But I am not. And now suddenly the thing returned, and we're in turn 110. And there are some resyncs, so we are not all in the same turn. So we're gonna wait for the resyncs. Let's see if it recovers itself. Cannon is resyncing. Another resync there. And let's kick him. Beak's turn. So, don't think this is going to go anywhere, which is a shame. If we can look at the stats, which unfortunately we cannot, we would see that it was a close game, victory condition wise. Though we did not engage in any major wars so far, so we picked our battles, we had short wars and got our victory and made peace quickly, which resulted in us doing pretty fine. Alright, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna roll back to the last version and try again. So that was going to take you guys in the chat a little bit longer, and the good news is it gives me some time to talk about some epic stuff with you guys. So I'm going to quit this game. Let's see if there is something nice for you I have to look at. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for Neutron to roll back the game version to the previous one, and then we're going to load up that version and load and continue from where we were last week and try and see if that works. That's true, you got me to look at. Actually, I could do this. Where was it again? We have the channel art, I think. Overlays. Ah, would you look at that? Isn't that lovely? There we go. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna wait for Bob here. So how's this? It actually moves. Did I position it right? Well, it was okay-ish. Proud of my work. So I'm sorry for you guys that this is not something more interesting to watch at the moment. We are testing, of course, so that means issues do erupt. And to be frank, I think we have been very lucky that we have had so few issues before, considering we're still testing here. And there are going to be improvements every week, but because we're trying to keep the same game going throughout all these tests, that might cause some additional complications. So, but we're definitely gonna, continue to test, and you all are invited to help test with us. So if you got the game running on Steam, you can go to the multiplayer beta branch, which is available. So just right-click the game in your browser and hit Properties and select betas. From there, from the drop down menu, you can select it. We're just going to force a restart of Steam to see if we can get the new old version there. Thanks, Dr. Beekman, always appreciated. Yes, problems were expected to happen, definitely. That's very true. And it was very good to see that we got so far into the game, and it was getting very excited in many ways. I think Sanvona was in a tough spot. He gambled everything on a big war, and then he couldn't make it, unfortunately, when the day that the big war was actually being fought, which cost him a few additional issues. And we're downloading the new version right now. And we are back at the July 14th version, so we're going to try and play that. Yeah, I'm not rolling in my chair in front of the camera this time around. I gotta admit, that was a good shot. I wasn't even aware I was doing it at the time, which is probably why it looked so casual. Alright, I think we got the new build up. Let's have a look and test. And it does have the Epic console still in, the dev console, which is always nice. Let's see. So we're gonna load up turn 110. And here we go. We no longer have the timer. And Sanvona is already there. Great. We have let's disable this beautiful screen now so you guys can see the much more exciting lobby, which is which is unique. So I'm gonna turn this off. There we go. You guys can see the lobby again. I'm producing and hosting the stream. This is while of course playing the game, which is also why sometimes there are some issues. So we're back here and we are waiting for Cannon, and we are waiting for, let's have a look. We got Oriental Empires, Buildbot, we got Brickman, we got Sunbone. We're waiting for Vaka as well. Vaka and Cannon. Nobody ever expects the Spanish Inquisition, of course. So we can see to the right the settings of this particular game. There's a turn limit of 300, which was rather ambitious, I must admit. Difficulty levels set to normal. We have 13 max human players. Those are the amount of factions left, I guess. Which is more than I thought. We have attack rate of 120, so the game progresses a little bit faster, like 20% faster than it should do. So Cannon is here and Vaka is not yet. He had to restart Steam. We're all here together in the Discord group. Everyone's free to join our Discord group. It could be nice to set up multiplayer games, have a chat with the guys. And I'm just going to close the debug here after I check the error. We got a warning, and we got in the Unity debug an error listed, but I don't see it. Anyways, I'm just going to close it. We're all here. And let's try again. Hopefully this time it will go better. At least there won't be a timer this time, so we need to try and keep our own pace. So let's see. We got our tech unlocked, so let's go to the next one. Do we go for the central bureaucracy, which is pretty darn good, though expensive. But it allows you to gain a lot more money after, so let's do that. I tried a multiplayer game once as Katanak and ended up between a friendly Mongol and a desert that was 1/3 of the entire map. Yeah, that is the map generation for you there. I used the whole game looking to the end of the desert only to find the land already occupied. So you can control the map generation a fair bit if you change the random seed, if you whatchamacallit, we need this guy here. If you set the climates you want to follow with. I could actually just disband some of these stacks. It will give me a fair bit of extra money, but also they're so far away from the front lines that it's just cheaper to recruit the armies where they are needed. These guys I'm still going to try and move. We had a nice little scout right here. There we go. Some people are not yet in, so we're gonna have to wait for them. And people are short of what they had before. Some camel cavalry in a future DLC. Now that would be nice to see indeed. I think that's quite cool. I always love to have them in Age of Empires 2. I love the camels there. And the elephants. All non-horse animals. I liked in that game, I think. Great, so let's try and make the best of it regardless. One of our armies was struck by sickness. On its way to the front, which is unfortunate. Let's have a look at my Lee. So let's continue to farm in our cities. Here we cannot really do anything. Erdnut we cannot. Ulaanbaatar we can expand, so let's do that. We should expand. And Equilar Mordor, I think, yes, we still can. Yanling we are. And in Best Mordor, we also have some space to expand. So some of these names, obviously, I changed myself. I altered while playing. Will there be more factions in the future? Most likely, yes. There will most likely be some new factions in the future. Also, we're looking, to expand this game later on with DLCs of several different in several different capacities, and it's definitely a game that we want to keep supporting for a long time to come. So expect updates, free updates, as well as DLC in the future. Rhino Cavalry, now wouldn't that be something? I think you had those in Warcraft 3, if I recall correctly. You had the guys riding the big rhinos. I seem to recall that. We have a diplomacy warning. Oh yes, the Fraternal Harmony Pact. I think we accepted that 3 times now. So I'm just going to hit enter. Stack without orders. Let's see, who do we have without orders? You guys. I'm going to order you to sleep. Not saying I'm going to put you to sleep, that would be a bit harsh. Or would it? You guys, you are far away from home. But that is of no concern. You're going to scout Ba. And then we have you guys outside of Karakorum. Who else do we have doing nothing? A lone archer. Yeah, he's our scout here. We're going to send him out a little bit further and then just going to stop him. And we're going to be waiting for others. There we go. So let's have a look. We're going to be waiting for other players. And I'm going to be following the no chat before the end of the turn house rule, and it's just a little way to try and increase the speed at which turns are processed. In previous games you might have seen me chatting a lot with the other guys, trying scheming. And let's have a look then. And the turn is progressing. We're not fighting. Interesting, love. Sanvona and Dr. Beekman are not combating, so they must have signed peace. So we're waiting for other players. I'm gonna turn off the chat. I'm not gonna respond before I hit the end turn button. I will be interested to see if Sanvona and Dr. Beekman really signed a peace. There we go. And news of peace. There we go. Xiangyo and Minyue. Interesting. We built a bowyer at Best Mortar, so that will be good. So we can train and replenish our bowmen. Might be good to set up a foundry as well. Let's have a look. So we can create some pretty tough units here now. North Gate. Let's recruit one more of those and get some militia here. So we got a pretty nice stack now here. And these stacks, and we're going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it. Look at these. We got some good nobles, we got some professional soldiers, and they are supplemented by peasant archers. So this is a pretty powerful force, a pretty powerful stack. So I'm gonna reposition my troops a little bit. And I need to save up some money because I want to upgrade Guzu to a bigger city. It's already pretty big, but it still can grow, and it's our main trade hub, so it's quite important that we grow that city. Actually, we should build a caravanserai. Let's build that. It costs us 100 in upkeep, but that means it can export the jade that is produced in Maili all the way across the other 3 cities. We have a big stack over here, so we should be in a good position to take on Baal. That might be something we want to do. These guys are just going to move home. Do we have anyone doing nothing? We got a small stack of Ulaanbaatar doing nothing. I'm going to send you back inside. We have a leader over here doing nothing. You need to continue into the fog of war. And we got our archer doing nothing. And we're going to send you to sleep for now. We got a couple of offers. So Han agreed our offer. So we are now recognized as the emperor. And Jin wants us to attack Ba within 5 turns. We're not going to do that within 5 turns. Let's have a quick look at the stats here. Victory points, we are leading. How close are we to victory? A 58% achieved of Son of Heaven, and a conquest victory 36%. So we are doing fairly well. Will Korea be represented? Not in the initial release, possibly as a DLC. It is something that would be very cool to see, especially, for example, the Japanese invasion of Korea at some point. The game is called Oriental Empires, so in theory it could cover all of the Orient. So there is really almost unlimited room for expansions and etc. So the more players we got, the more support we got, the bigger we can make the game. And that is something we'd really like to do. This game is made to be expanded upon and is made to grow, but at the same time the base game, you know, does offer a very, very complete gaming experience. And we are still in early access, so not everything is completely final. But we are close to release, I must say that. So don't expect any huge differences. So we're gonna hit and turn, and we're gonna put our troops into order. There we go. This is working much better than initially. It's good to be going and to have the game going so well. Alright, let's have a look. We got a ally request. It wants us to declare war on the Ba rebels. Sure. We will follow our ally. Emperor recognized. The Xiongyu. That is interesting, what just happened. Let's have a look at diplomacy. So Xiongyu is now recognizing Shang as emperor. So Shang is really leading well. That is not good. So that means that Qin will fall pretty soon if they are going to work together. So that means I will lose Qin as under my sphere of influence. No chatting before end turn, sorry. We need to do our turn first. So let's have a look. Hilu needs upgrading. We are gaining a lot of money. And Best Mortar needs that. There we go. Let's have a look. So if we go to the victory screen right now, we will see that, well, we are still first in Son of Heaven, but it won't be for long because those two parties together have a lot of people under them. So that will be very interesting. How did you decide on which faction should be represented in the game? That's a very good question. I quite like it. So at the moment we are trying to cover with the game about 3,000 years of Chinese history. So we tried to pick the most important, or the ones that were long, you know, important, and have a nice mix of different types of cultures. That is really what we were aiming for. There is an option in the future for more historical scenarios, right? For shorter periods, in which case you would see new factions that were important at that very moment in history. But for the ground campaign, we try to pick those factions that can more or less reasonably expected to live out a long time and to influence the game in full. Of course, no game will turn out completely historical. That would be against the idea of the game. I think that's all we need to do for now. I do want to recruit some more troops because I'm afraid they're going to attack me together. And people are waiting for me, so I should probably hurry up. In one more turn I can recruit some troops, but I will recruit some more archers. And then I'm going to hit end turn. Stack without orders. You guys sleep. You guys, sleep. You guys, sleep. Sleep. There you go. How to explore. So it seems we got some pretty strong units here. More battles being fought. Alright, and end turn done. We have an offer from Chu. They offer information about enemies. Yes, please. I like information about enemies. We got news of peace between Chongyu and the White Dai. And we unlocked a new technology. That's always good. Siege engines, guys. We can start building siege engines pretty soon. And let's expand upon that immediately to get the Crouching Tiger technology. Next, we are upgrading our town. And let's see. So we need Ba as an ally, so we're not going to be able to declare them war. So we need to move our armies somewhere else. Our troops are coming in position, that's good. And here we can recruit more troops now. There we go, another potent stack. But we should also watch out for this area. Here we are very, very vulnerable. So let's recruit some scouts. Just to keep an eye on what's going on. Other than that, we're going to continue to farm in Nanbu. There we go. We're going to hit end turn. So let's see. This will be interesting indeed. So Ba is fighting Ba. Ah, no chatting now. So need to wait. We got an encounter opportunity. That's very late in the game to still have encounters, but that's what makes it fun. And we lose some of our money. That was funny. Walking all across the map just to get robbed. I suppose there is some dark sense of humor in there. I need to look out here. Considering that my unrest levels are getting rather high, so I'd like to hold off on growing it further. I'm making more farms. I'm just going to continue to walk. Actually, I'm going to have you return to our own piece of land. And we see a huge army over here. A full stack army by the guys, and we need to try and find out what these are doing. So let's have a look and see if we can contact Chang. Let's see, did they have anything to offer for each other? Not really. Thing is, I'd like to know where their armies are, so I need to send out some scouts at some point. And Chin I'm gonna lose pretty soon. I'm quite sure of that. I cannot really defend them, so I need Ba in my as my friends. Though I suppose I could send my troops north to Chin as well. And I think that's it for now. Do we have any guys that are not doing anything? You guys just rest. You guys, can you join these? Where are you going? No, why did you just come back? I'm a bit indecisive. You guys just go and auto-explore. People are waiting for me, I think, so I should probably hit enter here. We got the press, and let's see. So if we go for tea culture, that will increase the development rate of our guys. Let's see if we need some edicts. We can patronize the arts. General right chariots, grand commandment. We're not going to do any of those. We built the caravanserai in Gusu, so that should beef up our income a little bit, I think. At least exporting more stuff to the other cities. And we have enough money to upgrade Gusu. So let's do that. And I think that's all we need to do for now. Actually, I could go into the automation settings and just automate farming. There we go. And our troops are going to continue to march on. This is, I think, my weakness at the moment, so especially around Helu. So I should build a wall here. I don't have the money at the moment. I will increase the garrison. There we go. This will not be easy to take. And because we have the spies out and about, we should be able to get early warning of his armies. So we're chatting it out a bit more. And the end turn is happening. Ba is fighting a lot and is quite spread out. Sandrock is the rebellious part of Ba. Waiting for the other players. Alright, so let's see. Settlement upgrade in Gusu, so they guys should be a little bit happier now. Just a tiny bit, but still it's something. There we go, look at that city, our first huge city. Population is growing rapidly, and that is good because we need that big population. And let's send out our orders. Let's see what happened. Progress, that's very good. Acupuncture, so our troops will heal more after battle. And we could continue that. Increase readiness of armies with the massage therapy. Let's go for the massage therapies. This sounds like nothing special, but you know, 40% quicker readiness recovery is pretty darn good and pretty darn valuable. So that should not be underestimated. I'm going to recruit another stack right here. And I need to build in best order a artillery camp so we can get some proper artillery going. Meanwhile, our other troops are moving out up to what will become the new front line. Also, I should send out, and I'd forgotten to do that, some scouts here to check Chu is not up to anything weird. And I think that's it for now. So let's see what's gonna happen next. We are hitting end turn. We're waiting for Shang at the moment, Dr. Beekman, who's taking a fair bit, trying to see what he's up to. I still have some troops around his land. Seems the war has cost both of them, so they will need some time to recover. Whereas I had that time already. So I am in a pretty good position. Now we see the Chongyu moving troops. A scout party. And he is gonna see my stacks. And he's gonna see our might, and I don't mind him seeing that. I want him to see we have plenty of troops on the border there. And there is little chance that he will be able to attack me. So we're waiting for other players. I think Baka is AFK for a bit. Our economy has took a bit of a hit because of our latest buildings, but is still doing fairly well, and of course because of our large armies. We're still relatively healthy. We got our huge city, and once the other cities around it start growing again as well, trade will be even more lucrative. We might consider setting up a secondary trade network over at what's it called? Next to Karakorum. If we capture, if we get some additional cities there. My weakness is over here. My soft underbelly, if you will. They should be hidden. Well, I found you, Sunvon. You're nice little horse archers. You're gonna be raiding me. You gotta come with a little bit stronger troop than that. Let me ambush stance. Yeah. Alright, so let's cast that die. We are gonna declare war upon Baal. We're gonna try and take that city immediately. Trying to take Blitz and Baal in the same turn, while moving up our stacks right here. towards freedom. We will see how that goes. We see a mixed force right here of the Chengyu settlers. They are free for the for those guys if you have the right technology. So they use them as scouts. Here we suffered some damage. Were we at war? Oh, we were at war. We were fighting with Dr. Beekman, or was it a disease outbreak? Battle reported. Oh, did they attack us? A narrow defeat. News of war. Chu and Ba. But we are not at war, so why did we fight? Oh, we're not, so I'm safe. He just managed to pass through his land, apparently. I was not aware of that. Disease outbreak, disease outbreak. That's not good, obviously, but, well, you know, what you gonna do? Do we have any guys doing nothing? Yes, we have. Right over here. Let's try and discover all of his cities. And let's improve the defenses of Nanbu. There we go, and I think it's time to hit and turn. Stack without orders, who's that? You, and I'm gonna put you to sleep in the nicest sense of the word. Alright, and war has been declared. The battles are being fought. We have one stack isolated here in between the different Ba troops, so they are able to take that rather quickly. In the other cases, however, we should be the stronger party. And there we go. We have another encounter opportunity. He has no new information for us. And thus concludes our war against Ba, I think. We're going to push on a little bit with our stacks here, but most I want to send north to try and continue the attack. And I'm becoming rapidly infamous over here, as my treachery appears to know no bounds. So we're going to do some raiding right here, and I'm going to put them into the retreat mode. There we go. Our income took a fair hit last turn, but we're just going to sit it out and wait for our new troops to arrive, and that should all be fine. And we're going to let Chongyu scout our lands and be impressed. So let's see, we got a fair bit of battle reports, so let's just have a quick look. Narrow victory over here at Baal. Actually, let's have a look at the things. We're going to occupy the settlement. And we're going to occupy this settlement. Let's have a look at the city. Nothing weird constructed, so that's okay. What about Baal? Any weird buildings? Just a legalist school and a shrine. I suppose we could destroy the legalist school. Let's see what it does. Increase tax collection by 15%, so it might just bring us some money. So we're not going to do anything with that. But that should help us a fair bit. And let's see, so we got some troops still doing nothing. So we can put you to sleep. You're going to move up to the next point. And battles with Ba continue on several locations, such as right here. We are pretty much stronger though, so I'm not really afraid of anything happening there. Here we are a lot weaker, so Ba got an army ready to defeat us. That's okay. I'm not afraid of that. Overall, I am pretty happy with how that turned out. Though it does mean that Ba is going to be put in the camp of Beekman and Sanvon, so Shang and Chongyu. But the good news is that these guys, I know their alliance will not hold. So I know that Sanvon is not going to let Beekman win. So I'm not too afraid of that. My lands are being pillaged, Bast Mortar and Ulaanbaatar. So that is a pretty dick move. But I know they will return already again at some point. Alright, and that should be it really. I'm questioning, could we build a mine here, or is that out of our reach? Well, regardless, it's a nice city and it's, our income is going up again. You guys are in position. Continue this way. You guys go to sleep in ambush mode. They're so impressed they had to take souvenirs. Well, thanks, Sanvon. I would appreciate it if you didn't do that. You're free to roam my land. I have a few objections to that. But yes, I would appreciate it if you didn't pillage my lands. I need my food. I like food, and we're very good at preparing food, I must admit. Thanks for that, Sanvon. I will definitely appreciate that. We could improve our mine, but we don't really have the... well, don't think there's a lot of reason. Did we ever build that? I think at some point we built like a quay somewhere. That was here. But there's no real reason to do so, I think. Well, I suppose we could hook Miley up with that trade network. And even Gusu. Could build a quay right here. And start trading with the north. That would be interesting. If we could get river trade going there. That would bring Karakoram into the trade network. And also, trade on sea is much more difficult to block. So Shang has also attacked Ba now. They're moving in. Let's see what Xongyu is doing. So lots of activity, plenty to do here, plenty happening. I of course suffer from the handicap that everything I do is out in the open and people can watch the stream and see what I'm planning and doing. So that takes away some of my element of surprise. However, that also means that my enemies know exactly what I'm up to, so it also means they don't have to fear me in many ways, which is often better for relations. So I see Ba's trading a lot, so we're going to see if we can try something, do something about that. And we got another encounter opportunity. We get a pleasant time. So again, nothing useful. And our army north was destroyed. That's okay. And we got news of war, so Han and Ba are at war, and the White Dai and the Qin have made peace. Two AI factions. Okay, do we have any guys doing nothing? Yes, in best mortar. And in Bao, and I'm gonna set you guys to do nothing for now. You're gonna move here. You're gonna move here. And you are in your position, so I'm gonna put you to sleep. Got a technology warning. What did we research? Some nice things. Increases the value of iron and steel trade by 50%. That might be very good for us. Or we can go for the plow. Let's do that. So we still got one stack without orders here in best mortar. That's okay. So let's see. We're waiting for the Han to attack. They are doing their turns now. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ba was gonna get funds now from Dr. Beekman and Chong Yu and Sanvon to keep them in the fight. Really, Sanvon, you're attacking faster than I am. That's interesting. You build a lot of temples. That might be the reason. I don't think I've built any. Not sure what else could be it. No temples. That's strange then. And Ba tells me I should die. Which arguably I deserved. Ah, you're mostly good at using the plus 30 military tech increase. I suppose that. Did you have any encounters at the start that helped you tag? Oh, sorry, let's speed up. I don't think Han is actually beating Ba. Which is somewhat problematic. I had expected a little bit better from my ally. Let's see, we got some offers here. Xiao wants a Fraternal Harmony Pact. Sure. Chu wants us to attack Shang within 5 turns. No. Minyo wants a Fraternal Harmony Pact. I agree. The Chongyu does not agree. Alright. That's going to be their loss. News of war. The Red Eyebrow Rebels and Chongyu. Meanwhile, stacks in best mortar have arrived. I will give them 1 day to recoup. And our other stacks I will keep where they are at this point. There are still some stacks without orders, that's okay. So I've not made myself popular with Ba, that's for sure. Probably deserved, offering to bring them into the alliance and then attacking them. Desert have no encounters, of course, Senvan. Interesting. So let's see how well he continues his fight. I have no issue with making peace at this point, though I would have appreciated to get the Zeta as well. But But I feel like I got my own like island now completely secure. So I would have liked Zeta, but other than that, I think I'm quite happy. But we'll see. And there we go, a battle with a stack from Ba. Let's see who will win. These are not my strongest stacks, but regardless, they are beating us. Though they are also suffering in the end. So while they did inflict more casualties, I think, we did beat them back and destroyed one of their armies. Let's see, what time are we at actually? 16:33. And we got some offers to attack Shang. No. All the AIs want to attack Shang at this point. We got an encounter. 2 units of light spearmen. Well, I suppose. We're gonna send another stack north. There we go. Other than that, things are going well. Our economy is coming back, crawling back up. Next turn we can upgrade our capital of Maili into a bigger city. Could we already build a gold mine here? Yes, we can. 1200. Well, at this point I'm not sure we're going to get anything back from it. Let's see how we're doing in the victory camp. 62% to Son of Heaven, 1%, 40% to Conquest, but it's not going to be enough. To actually claim victory, we need more. So we need to keep growing. We got slightly less than half of the map. We got the mountain range right here as a natural border. I really appreciate how, you know, you have this both these real life historical things like natural borders also find their use in game. So we're just going to continue rolling on. And perhaps we should, actually we should unload the troops of Blitz. We should recruit some new guys here. There we go, so we got a little garrison. So the Blitz stack is coming up as well. Let's have another drink. Let's see, more battles erupting. Fighting against the AI. And he is bringing in reinforcements. And that's rapidly taking out our army. So he brought reinforcements on time. And our armies are split up. So this is very bad for us. Though we do inflict a large number of casualties on him as well. So what we need to do is we're going to need to regroup our armies back to 1. But they did lead away the force from his town of Zeta. And our finances are pretty solid. And the quay was built in Gusu. Unfortunately, it's too far away for trade, so we need to upgrade it. First, however, I'd like to increase the size of my city right here. So we're going to upgrade this. And I am gonna send... Ah, bloody hell. And we are gonna continue the attack here, I guess. Gonna move you back and merge you into one stack. There was a sickness in my lead, but that's I don't really care. So the quay was constructed. We got our lands pillaged. We got the battle report. So let's see what we actually did. So yeah, we lost 63. He lost 11. Here we lost 212. He lost 18. So these are not good trades for us. And here we lost 100 and he 36. So that were good trades for him. And I need to recruit more troops. So much is clear. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for now. You can go back inside. Why are we not blocking their trade here? Is it the stance? Let's see if that's what's causing it. And I actually forgot to make the offer to pay 600 to Waka, so I'm asking him to make me the offer. But while we are fighting, of course, Dr. Beekman and the Xiongyu and the Sang are rebuilding and are becoming really tough. And we got some, not some 18 plus guys, things being set here. So let's see what battles will be fought. We're trying to retreat from the battle right here, but we're not managing so far. But I am sorry for Cannon that he that no one wants to help him. Oh, we got an offer. We offer them 600. Yes, we agree. Progress, Tiger. And I'm gonna declare war on the Xiongnu. Reason being, they keep raiding me. We got some loot here in Zeta, so there is some good news. Let's see, could we upgrade the Kuei from Miley? Or sorry, from Gusu? 1600, we don't have the money for that, so next turn it will have to be, or we could upgrade Blitz, which is also needed. And Nanwu, I need to upgrade Nanwu first actually. Should have thought of that. Such a nice little town. Here we fought a war with Bigman, but that's okay. And that's gonna be it. Technology warning. Ah, that's good. We finished another attack. So I suppose we should learn how to drain marshes. And our attack for Zeta has begun. So we're going to be trying to take the walls. And also our fight against Xiongnu has started. Well, Xiongnu has his orders to raid, which complicates things a little bit. But we did manage to take Zeta, and that is a very important victory. We got two offers. AI wants me to attack Shang again, which we're not gonna do. Our lands were pillaged in Bas Mortar by Ba, which is clever of him to move there. I had not noticed this. So good for him. We destroyed the stack from Sanvone. The other one disappeared. Gonna go here and then move on to try and take Wing 0, which is well defended, so alternatively we could try and go to Barbados first, or we could threaten both with our armies. That is an interesting option. We're gonna keep this city, as it's quite pretty. Gonna try and keep tying up this stack, and we could recruit only one, but let's use them for some raiding. That never hurts. These guys were going to move back into the city. And that's going to be it for now, I think. Technology warning, always good. 2 technologies finished. We'll get deculture, that will speed things up. And the Imperial University will speed things up further. Our trade value increase, we need that. We need more money. I have some stacks without orders, I'm fine with that. You can see the little screening force we got here. Right, that's on purpose, so we will see or spot any major army coming through. We're now officially at war. There was a battle in East Mordor where we destroyed an enemy stack. Destroying enemies is something I'm generally fond of. Let's try and take Barbados again. We got fresh stacks arriving. Smaller stacks though, less potent. But at this point I think most of the fighting has been done. Not sure how resilient our friend will be. And we're about to hit our final turns, guys. So let's see if we can take one more town. Alright, so things are happening here, fighting all across. Trying to take the city. We didn't manage to take it in one turn. But we did create some problems. Zeta is being threatened now, though. We're still waiting for the others. But look at the farmland around Freedom, guys. This is Hans doing. And Zeta's lands are pillaged. And we got a high unrest rate. So we need to think of what to do here. I need to recruit some troops. try and lower the unrest. Let's see, so people might want to go on a little bit longer. We can do that if everyone's able to do so. If someone has to go now, we're just going to call it a day. Turn 127 is pretty good. Let's see, we can recruit some more troops again in Blitz. And let's see, do we need some diplomacy somewhere? We needed to build the upgraded quay because now we're just wasting money, basically. So we're going to build a wharf, and that will increase the trade range, and hopefully that will allow trade between Karakoram and Gusu. But also at some point it would allow for river transport, and that would really shorten the time we have to walk. So we could go on transport right until here, load onto the road, and just continue north. I think that might be really nice, and it would allow us to go all the way south. So from Gusu, so from close to Wu, really, all the way north to our border. Now, if we get some transports here, that would be even better. City of Phai was captured. Ah, I completely forgot about that. I'm gonna destroy it. It was generating trade for Qing. I don't like that, so we're gonna offer peace immediately. And let's agree to recognize me as an emperor. No? Okay. Just gonna propose peace. I don't want to give Dr. Bigman the income of that little trade, no matter how little it is. And with that, we're gonna hit end turn. Alright. Battles are continuing for the city. There we go. We got another city. We're just gonna continue on scouting, checking what the enemy has and how we can take some of it. So let's see, how is the current balance of power here. So victory points, we are leading, but not by a large enough margin. Culturally, we're not leading, yeah, but Chu is a very good second. Settlement-wise, we are leading, so we're actually leading over Xiongyu. Population-wise, we're definitely leading. We're approaching 1,000. And military-wise, we are leading at the moment as well. Also, when you look at number of casualties, we are third, so there are some problems, but overall we are in a good position. Let's check our diplomacy. Make peace. They offer become vassal. Alright, we're gonna accept. That is very good. We are gonna offer them some money, I think. I think that's all for now. Right, so more stacks are moving, some minor battles going on. I think Dr. Beekman has declared me war officially now, after I was annoying him in his trade. Which is quite interesting. I have no problem with him mopping up my my troops there, to be honest. Freedom is currently continued to be attacked. Some of my stacks join in, but honestly they cannot do very much. However, I'm waiting for these stacks to arrive to try and make a push for Wing Zero. Ally request. Zhao wants us to... The Changyu wants us to declare war on Zhao. Sure. One of our armies was destroyed. And the army of Providence suffered sickness. Now that's terrible timing. But we're still going to go ahead. And the stack to Barbados we're going to send towards freedom. Just going to save the game briefly. News of peace and news of war a lot, so let's have a look. So we're at war with Shang and with Ba. And Shang is now allied with Bra and Zhao. So the battle lines have been drawn. And okay, so let's try look. Let's look here first. So we're 82% in Son of Heaven. Around 7k in debt he is, making 1k income. So let's see. Let's help out Qin to maintain strength. And let's offer some money to our vassal here. And the reason why I'm helping Qin is because Qin is an easy target that I cannot protect myself, but I need to protect it. So I give them money to remain strong. Yes, I know you're not Qin. You get some money as well. Don't worry, Sanvan. And let's have a look. I think that's it for now. Quite happy at the current where I'm right now. I should recruit some more troops in Best Mortar now that I'm at war with our friends. So let's get another stack going. People are waiting for me so I can hit and turn. All right. We're gonna call it a day. I gotta leave now for now. So let's try and finish it up at some point. Zhao wants peace. Chu wants Erdenet. No, why? I'm gonna thank everyone here for for all the help testing. And let's have a quick look at the way things stand right now. We are leading in most aspects. Hopefully you guys will join us again next time when we start playing. Ba is calling me out for one more turn. And thanks for watching, and we will see you later. Bye bye. Also, of course, sorry for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more. Thanks. Bye bye.